Hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Botched Situation. As you know, we are an internet game show and hangout session. I'm Jake, and I hate winter, even if it's a Wonderland.
Well, I'm Chris, and I'm not a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, even if it were set in winter.
We are your co-hosts and competitors, and we still don't know what we're doing.
Welcome to Season 0, Episode 14, our Winter Wonderland episode. As always, we will be battling it out in a series of competitive segments, all for the much-coveted title of Not the Screw-Up.
As always, a word of warning to our audience. There is a possibility that this show may contain some mature content. Almost guaranteed, actually.
Mm-hmm. And due to the nature of the games we play and the material that we cover, spoilers for various properties are always a risk. You will not get a spoiler warning because this is your episode-long spoiler warning.
Very good. So needless to say, prepare yourselves for competition.
Well, it is cold and snowy outside, at least here in Ohio. I'm sure you remember what that's like, Mr. Texas man.
It was 77 degrees today. I loved it.
You son of a gun.
Which I just want to say that's abnormally warm, but it was really, really nice today.
I have not recreationally stepped outside for weeks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh.
I am excited. Chris, we are doing a full month of holiday-themed shows, and I'm super excited about it. As you said, Today is our Winter Wonderland episode.
Absolutely.
But for those of you that are here, you should definitely tune in to all this month for more frolic and fun.
Mm-hmm. More special themes, more special questions, more special segments. It's going to be real special.
That is true.
Whew. This cold weather always makes me think of my childhood, not forced segue. You know, thinking of the snow makes me think of playing out there in the snow and specifically sledding. Always fun. And, growing up, my childhood home was surrounded on three sides by cornfields because Ohio. And actually the fourth side was a road, and on the other side of the road was another cornfield. So when we went sledding, we had a big hill in our front yard. But it ended in a cornfield, and that was the most fun part of the sled ride experience. You go down this huge hill, and then it's like going over a giant pile of gravel and rocks, except it's just corn stumps.
I was going to say, that sounds like lots of damage being done to your body.
Yeah, maybe that's why my spine is so awful now, but it was fun when I was a kid.
That's very good. Very good. Okay, we have Rachel says, definitely not forced at all. In the spirit of the holiday season, I will continue this conversation. One of my winter childhood memories, we had huge hills in our backyard as well, with a field behind that. It's almost like we both grew up in Ohio. My most memorable moment was I went down this giant hill and went feet first into a tree and thought I broke my back, and I was screaming, and my brother carried me up the hill and blah, blah, blah. Turns out I didn't hurt my back at all. I actually broke my big toe. But at the time, my back hurt because of the force of my legs hitting the tree going down. It was an interesting time. I think that's the only time I've ever broken a bone. But I have to admit, if you're ever going to break a bone, doing it during sledding is a good way to go.
I've hit tree sledding before. I haven't broken anything, but yeah, not fun.
No.
Ouch.
I don't know why I didn't just slide off the sled. For some reason, I put up my legs like this, just feet first, smash into the tree. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was a kid.
Sometimes you don't think. That's all right. Well, you know what? This episode will not be full of broken bones. It will be full of snow and wonder and more snow.
And ice.
And laughter.
And
ice.
Warm blankets.
Sleet. Cold and snuggling. So
I agree.
Here we go. You ready to start?
I'm
ready to start.
What is our first segment, sir? I'm ready to win.
Good. Do it. Our first segment is Quizzard's First Rule. It is our curated trivia game. We've each selected 5 winter-themed questions for each other to answer. Feel free to play along. We love it when y'all do that.
This is the educational part of the show.
The only... no, it's all a little educational. It's just the only one that's like facts instead of pop culture. So, your first question, Jake, if you are ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
In terms of total snowfall, how many of the worst winter on record in Texas would it take to equal the worst winter on record in Ohio?
Oh, no.
Okay. This is in inches. How many winters? That was confusing.
So is it the number of winters to match
it's
the number of
winters.
inches?
It's the number of winters, yes. So 2 winters of 10 inches would equal 1 winter of 20, 1 winter of 20 inches. Makes sense? I don't know. How many Texas winters equals an Ohio winter? Is it A, 4.8, B, 1.1, C, 2.5, or D, 44.6?
I've been in Texas for 5 years, and I've seen snow twice, and it was less than an inch. So it's got to be D, 44.6.
You would be surprised then. It is C, 2.5.
You know, I do live in central Texas, so other parts of that was dumb of me. Texas is so big, that doesn't surprise me because there are other parts that do get more than where I am at.
You're good. Actually, the worst winter ever was in Romero, Texas, which doesn't exist anymore. 65 inches in the year of 1923 to 1924, whereas the worst in Ohio was 161.5 inches in 59 to 60. So about 2.5 times as much snow in a year.
Okay, fair enough.
There you go. Question number 2. Which of the following is not used as an alternative to road salt for clearing snow and ice from roads? Is it A, baby diapers, B, beet juice, C, cheese brine, or D, beer waste?
Which of the following is not used as an alternative?
Mm-hmm.
Baby diapers. I don't understand how baby diapers could be an alternative. Do they soak up water or something? Like they have some magical... I don't have children. Is there some magical
baby diapers
property?
do absorb water. This is true.
I feel like it's got to be baby diapers. I don't know of any, or I guess I'm not aware of any properties of beet juice that would cause snow to melt. Cheese brine has salt. Beer waste maybe has salt in it. So anyways, I'm going to go with baby diapers just because that's the only one that makes sense in my brain, which means it's probably wrong.
Oh, you are correct.
All right.
No one throws baby diapers on the road to melt the snow.
Oh, why?
Go with your instinct. Yeah. All right. At least that time.
Not all the time.
Easy to say in retrospect. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Question number 3. How much water must be present in snow for it to qualify as slush, according to the official definition of slush? Does it have to be? And this is liquid water. Obviously, snow is entirely water. It's frozen water.
Well, right. But liquid form.
What percentage of liquid water?
Yeah.
Rachel in the chat says, crazy strings music. Is the music too loud? Is it all right?
Yeah, please say something. If it's too loud, I'm happy to take it down a bit.
Question number 3. Okay, how much water must be present in snow for it to qualify as slush? Is it A, 15%, B, 50%, C, 10%, or D, 3%?
So, let's see. Based on my expert calculations of drinking those blue slushies in middle school, as well as living in Ohio for 25 years of my life, it's not 50%. That's too much water, and that would not be a tasty slushie. 10%, maybe. 3%, not nearly enough. So really, it's a battle between the 15 and the 10 for the amount of water to be qualified as slush.
That seems like fair rationalization.
All right, you said go with my gut. My gut is saying 15%, just because 10 seems slightly too low.
You got it.
All right.
Your gut wins again. 15%. There are 5 kinds of snow, from dry through slush, slush being the wettest.
It's important to note that whenever I get something right, it's not actually me. It's just my gut. The only thing I can do is get things wrong.
It's all that gut flora in there thinking for you. Take it away, bacteria.
Yes.
All right. Question number 4, Winter Wonderland trivia. There are currently 15 different sports included in the Winter Olympics, but how many were there at the first Winter Olympics in 1924 in the French Alps? This is sports, not events. There are multiple events and disciplines within each sport, in case that clarifies things for you.
I'm assuming like skiing is a sport. Snowboarding is a sport. But then obviously within skiing and snowboarding, there's half pipe. There's, what is it called? Cross country skiing. There's the guys who do the huge jump. I see what you're saying. So each.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So how many were there in the original Winter Olympics? Was it A, 15 different sports, same as now, B, 5, C, 2, or D, 19?
There was more than current?
Maybe they used to have like some super racist sports events that they cut out. I don't know.
Did people snowboard in 1924? Like, I know skiing goes way back. I feel like snowboarding is a pretty new thing. So that's at least one. That's at least one. So I would assume 14.
At most. All
but
right.
there's also like different forms. Like there's speed skating and ice skating. Rachel says both you guys are colossally enormous. I don't even know. She means that in relation to Jake, who said that guy with a beard is fat. As a fellow Jake, I also agree. So yes, we are colossally enormous. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. 15, 5, 2, or 19. I don't know, Chris. Again, just pulling from a hat. Colossally enormous. I'm gonna say B, 5.
You got it.
All right.
It was 5, absolutely. In case you're interested, they were bobsleigh, curling, ice hockey, skating, and Nordic skiing.
Ooh, what is Nordic skiing? I mean, I don't expect you to answer that.
I mean, that's just skiing. Based on the subcategories, everything that you named is just a subdivision of Nordic skiing.
Got it.
It's just what skiing is. So good job. That's 3 out of 5, or 3 out of 4. You're doing well.
Let's go.
All right, your final question. Final question for Quizzard's first rule. This is my favorite. So people have known for centuries that birds disappear in the winter, but there were some interesting theories as to where they go. There was a 1703 pamphlet titled An Essay Toward the Probable Solution of This Question, Whence Come the Stork and the Turtledove, the Crane and the Swallow, when they know and observe the appointed time of their coming, which argued that birds flew where for the snowy season. The main thesis of this pamphlet. Did they say they flew to the bellies of volcanoes, the bottom of the sea, into the clouds, or to the moon?
Can you say that title one more time?
Sure, yes. It was called An Essay Toward the Probable Solution of This Question. Whence come the stork and the turtledove, the crane and the swallow, when they know and observe the appointed time of their coming?
Wow. That is
basically
very
where
loaded.
did the birds go? Where did the birds go, Jake?
Long version of where did the birds go?
That is a long version of where did the birds go.
What's weird is 3 of 4 of these options, the birds would be dead. Bottom of the sea, volcanoes, and the moon. And the last one is the clouds, which actually they'd probably be dead up there too because there's not enough oxygen. I don't know, Chris. I'm going to take a random guess. The bottom of the sea, final answer.
Ooh, nope. You're incorrect. It is the moon. They posited birds flew to the moon for the winter.
Interesting.
In your defense, Aristotle did originally say that birds flew to the bottom of the sea, which is where that came from. So that was his theory.
I'm on the same level as Aristotle. All right, so 3 of 5.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right, Chris. Are you ready for your winter facts? Quizzard's first rule?
Oh, hit me.
All right.
Ready.
Question number 1. Which of the following statements is true about the South and North Poles during the winter? Okay, so it's true about both. A, days last only 5 hours. Days last only 2 hours. C, they are completely dark. Or D, days last 47 hours followed by 47 hours of darkness.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not A or B because that's a popular fact that days and nights are very long at some point of the year.
Right.
At the North and South Pole.
And this is during the winter.
During the winter. So I think the question is, do they last twice as, 4 times as long at 47 hours apiece? Or is it just, it's so long that it stays dark the whole winter and then turns light again? I don't think it would be that.
Correct.
So, D. Days last 47 hours followed by 47 hours of darkness.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is incorrect. They are completely dark in the winter.
Really?
Yep.
Oof. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah, that one kind of shocked me when I read it. It was like, I knew, that, like you said, there were certain parts that were dark and then light, but the whole time? Pff. Okay. Question number 2.
Real quick. Mama W in the chat says you made that up. I believe that is in reference to that ridiculousness with the birds. I did not make that up. That is verifiable internet fact from Library Obscura, so...
Therefore, it is the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. I read it on the internet.
So it must be true. All right. Question number 2, sir. What do you call the condition characterized by an extreme fear of snow?
The human condition.
Yes.
Okay.
And forgive any of my pronunciations. Is it A, chinophobia, B, cultrophobia, C, pogchampophobia, or D, snowphobia? For all of our Twitch viewers, the clear answer is pogchampophobia.
Obviously.
This is when we all spam PogChamp in chat.
Oh. You know what? So I'm guessing they probably didn't name the fear of snow. No, I don't think that's C. And I'm going to guess it's probably not snowophobia either.
You never know, man.
Those darn scientists like to go with crazy old languages for their scientific names. Chinophobia or
I prefer chin.
coulrophobia. It's Chinophobia.
Chinophobia.
Chinophobia or coulrophobia. I have no idea. Those are very similar, and neither one of them sounds like snow or any word for snow that I know of, which is all of them. So clearly none of these are right.
You caught me. It's all a lie.
I'm going to guess A, chinophobia, just based on how much you like saying chinophobia.
That is correct.
Final answer.
That is
All
correct.
right.
Very good.
I would consider that a 50-50, and it paid off. Okay.
Very good. The Crimson Chin is one of the best superheroes. I'm just saying. Anyways, question number 3 of your winter facts. On February 2nd, 2007, an area of 1,500 square kilometers in Siberia was covered by snow in what color? Was it A, black, B, red, C, yellow, or D, orange? 1,500 kilometers. And to be clear, it wasn't white.
Yeah.
It was not white.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not one of the answers, so I would say
Right, but...
right. Not like white with a little bit of a tint or whatever.
Right.
Like, there's a color. Okay. This is weird. As I'm looking up facts, I saw something about pink snow called watermelon snow. That's like algae in it or something. But I didn't see anything about Black, red, yellow, or orange snow?
Mama W is giving you some advice here. She says red.
She says red. Okay. I will take that into consideration. This was 2000. This was 2007, so this is probably before I was really super paying attention to the news.
Let's put it this way, too. I'm going to give you one more hint. This is a very specific situation that happened because my guess is at some point in our existence, all of these colors have happened before.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's not like a naturally occurring, like, regular phenomenon. It was something that happened.
Right.
Black could be like soot or something. If there's a fire, maybe soot got up in the snow. Red, maybe like... Well, the pink stuff is algae, so I guess if there's maybe a lot of it, maybe it would look red. That could happen. Or if there was a horrible war.
From all the bodies.
Yellow, I guess a herd of 1,000 moose or something passing over took a pit stop. I don't know. Orange, I can't think of anything that will make it orange unless it's just like a different kind of orange algae. I think I'm gonna take Mama W's advice. I think red, be red. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It was orange. In this case,
Really?
It was orange from oil pollution in Siberia, which gave it an orangish hint. Interesting fact, though, red has also happened due to certain algae growing, like you said. So
okay,
you were absolutely right in that sense, but in this particular situation, it was orange due to
Siberia
oil pollution.
was orange.
Yep.
Okay.
So trick question there. Good guess, though.
All right. Well, no, I got to get these next two right to tie. Oh, boy.
All right. Question number 4. The largest snowman ever created in the U.S. was how tall? A, 113 feet, 6 inches. B, 122 feet, 1 inch. C, 200 feet, 3 inches. Or D, 100 feet, 8 inches.
Ooh. These number questions, darn it.
I know.
It's the hardest ones.
I usually try to avoid them as I'm ending on 2 of them.
But yeah, I mean, when you're looking up facts, inevitably there's going to be some number facts. Okay, so the largest snowman ever created. All of these are very big snowmen.
Whatever it is, it was built by Calvin. Completely agree.
I can't see it being 200 feet tall. I mean, that's roller coaster big. That's big.
I don't know, man. You live in Ohio. You've seen some of those snow mountains that build up at like Walmart parking lots.
Do you know, is this a legitimate snowman, snow all the way through, or is this some BS with like a frame and they pack snow on it?
That's a good question. I didn't dig deep enough.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's call it irrelevant. I'm gonna guess 200 is a red herring answer because it's so much higher than the other 3, which are all within 22 feet of each other.
Okay.
100, 122, 113. 8 inches. I don't think there's any way for me to rationalize this one.
I believe in you, sir.
Well, actually, I mean, I do know from the time that I spent studying at university that the maximum structural integrity point of snow is 106 feet. So
how dapper of you.
It must be 100 feet 8 inches because I don't know. Yeah, D, sure. D, final answer.
That is incorrect. It was 122 feet 1 inch. I'm sorry, these are hard. I'm not sorry, Chris. I just want to win. What am I saying? All right, your 5th wizard
slightly pointless, but still excited for question.
Yes. The average snowflake is made up of 180 billion molecules of water and falls to the earth at roughly what speed? A, 4.5 miles per hour. B, 17.8 miles per hour. C, 3.1 miles per hour. Or D, depends on the mass of the snowflake.
Well, I mean, I guess in the strictest terms, probably D is true, but I also feel like that's probably not the spirit of the question. I think there is, I mean, it's a rough speed. I imagine, given no, like, crazy windstorms or 3 foot across snowflakes, they're all going to fall
Ideal
at
situation.
approximately the same
Yeah.
rate. And 17.8 miles an hour is really fast.
What speed is the
I
snow
don't.
falling to our left, Chris, in the window behind us?
I mean, that's a fast snowstorm. As you,
That is a pretty fast one. So that's faster than average. I'm thinking
The wind's
light,
really whipping
flaky,
outside. Yeah. Um. Sort of picture it falling. See it in my head. I'd say, yeah, it falls a little bit faster than walking speed. I could see myself keeping up with the snowflake if it were falling horizontally. I could chase it.
Yeah. I like your
Yeah.
thinking.
So for 3.1 or 4.5, which are really close. But they fall kind of quick. I'd say on the quicker side. I'm leaning towards A, I think. 4.5 miles per hour.
That is incorrect. It's
Mother.
3.1.
Oh, jeez.
I'm so sorry, Chris.
Oh, rough round for me. Okay.
Okay, so
Oh.
I ended up with 3 of 5. Chris, you ended up with 1 of 5. For once, I took a segment. I'm trying not to feel bad because I usually lose, but I did take this
Hey.
one, sir.
Don't feel bad at all.
It's only because I added all the numbers. Okay, so with that, I am the winner of the first segment, and we are going to transition to our second segment, which is slightly newer, at least compared to the other segments. And this is our Would You Rather segment, where we actually say, would the other person rather? So if I'm asking Chris a question, he has to figure out if I would prefer. And then we also take questions to where hundreds and thousands of people have answered them online. And we are going to try to find ones that are holiday themed.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll see if that works.
yes, feel free to follow along and tell us what you think the general population would select as well. Chris, are you ready for your first, at least somewhat holiday themed Would You Rather?
I'm
All
ready.
right.
Hit me.
Would Jake, so you're guessing for me, would I prefer to eat a Christmas chocolate covered turd? Or would I prefer to eat a turd covered in Christmas chocolate?
Aren't those the same thing?
They are. This is a stupid question. But that literally is what it says. It's basically asking, do you want the turd on the inside or the outside?
Okay, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, I mean, technically it's the same, but would you rather have the turd be covered in chocolate or the chocolate covered in turd?
Well, that seems obvious then. Absolutely, you and the general population should choose turd on the inside because A, that's going to give you a greater percentage of chocolate, more volume, and B, if you swallow it quickly, all you'll taste is the outside.
All right. That is correct for me. I completely agree with your rationalization, but the general population would rather eat a turd covered in eat a chocolate covered, or I said that backwards, a turd covered chocolate. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
And it goes 43% with me, 57% with everyone else.
Wow.
Sorry, that one is that's almost a tongue twister. It confuses your brain.
Right. Everyone else, you're wrong, just so you know.
Agreed.
All right.
Okay. Are we going back and forth? I can't remember. I already
I
forgot.
think this one's all in a row.
Okay, all in a row. All right. Let me find a good one for you. Forgive me while I scroll through here. No, these... We're using a website called either.io, so... This one is silly. No, I'm going to skip that one.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me, Chris.
You're good. If you want, we can go back and forth, and that gives us time to search. Let's just do that. I got one here. Okay, Jake.
Okay. Sorry.
Would you rather? You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Would I rather?
Mm-hmm.
Would I rather eat a pine cone or eat mistletoe?
I've never eaten either. And so I feel like you may have eaten a pine cone at some point in your life. Just because I remember your yard had a lot of pine cones in it. And I can picture like one of your brothers shoving you into a tree and a pine cone going into your mouth. But I feel like objectively mistletoe would be easier to eat. So I'm going to say you would rather eat mistletoe, and so would the general population, just because it's easier to eat. Final answer.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's because I'm pretty sure mistletoe is poisonous.
I didn't know that.
Yep, 78% say pine cone. 22 say mistletoe. So there you go.
Is it actually poisonous?
Google tell me.
I mean, like, I guess now that I think about it, all the times in my life that I've seen mistletoe, it's the fake plastic stuff. It's never the real thing.
All right. Actual mistletoe, it's not known to kill people, but it can cause drowsiness, blurred vision, vomiting, and even seizures. It is poisonous. There you go.
Okay, Chris, I've got your next one.
All right.
So you are leading by 1 point because I've got none right. All right.
All right.
Would you rather be Santa or Jack Frost?
Santa or
Sorry.
Jack Frost?
Would I rather be Santa or Jack Frost?
Would you rather be Santa or Jack Frost? Jack Frost being the personification of snow and making things cold?
Correct.
I suppose. Okay. That's a good question. Well, I think it's possible that there was a point in your life when you would have chosen Jack Frost, but I think Texas lifestyle has ruined you and you would not want to spend so much time around the cold, whereas Santa gets to go indoors and eat cookies, and that sounds pretty great. So I'm going to say you would want to be Santa, and probably everyone else would too.
That is correct. 57% of the population, or 833,000, agreed with you that Santa better than Jack Frost. To me, it's a no-brainer. The food, the warm, the hot chocolate, easy.
Oh, yeah. All right. Your second question here. Tangentially winter related.
Okay.
Would I rather go skiing in the mountains or take a vacation on the beach?
Would Chris rather... Okay. I feel like the general population for sure would rather be on the beach. But knowing you, you're not a big beach guy to my knowledge. But I don't think you're much of a skier either. I don't know. Rachel, help. Okay. I'm going to go with my gut. You hate it when it's hot and the ocean is really hot. But you also like water, if I remember right. You know what?
Those are both true statements.
Both beach. Final answer.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yep. If I had to choose, if it was just hang out on a mountain, sure. I'm not into skiing. I don't want to break my neck. But yeah, general population agrees with you too. 71% would vacation on the beach.
Okay, I have a really ridiculous one for you. Would Jake rather be stuck in a chimney with a great white shark or be stuck in a sleigh where the floor of it is covered in a layer of spiders?
Ugh. Rachel says in the chat, thinking chilling in the ski lodge. That is a good
I didn't think about
point.
that.
Had that been brought up ahead of time, that could have swayed my decision, but the question's come and gone. But that
Yes,
is
it
an
has.
excellent point. Ski lodge sounds nice. Okay. Stuck in a chimney with a shark or in a sleigh with a floor of spiders.
Yes.
Well, neither one sounds particularly comfortable or enjoyable. But I don't know. You got boots, right? You
Yeah.
could stomp some spiders. Whereas a shark in a chimney, it might not have much room to move, but it could probably still just like slide over your head, and then you're out of luck because you don't have room to move either.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jake and probably everyone else would rather deal with spiders than a shark.
That is correct on both fronts. 764,000 or 65% agree with you, and I am totally in agreement as well.
Wow, I'm actually maybe last time we played this was a fluke because I did really badly that time.
That question was so ridiculous.
Okay, let's see. I've been searching through here. Okay, I think this will work. Okay. Would I rather eat an entire fruitcake or drink an entire bottle of maple syrup?
Ohio is close to Canada. I don't know if you don't like fruitcakes. See, I don't think fruitcakes are that bad, but an entire bottle of maple syrup would be hard to get through. Okay, I just have to go with, for you, I feel like you got to choose the fruitcake. I mean, like, at least that's doable. I mean, drinking an entire bottle of maple syrup, I don't even know what would happen to your body. I think the general population, for sure, fruitcake. Even though a lot of people don't like fruitcake, it somehow seems less scary than maple syrup. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the fruitcake for both.
You're half right.
Okay,
You're
which one was I wrong on
50%
you?
right. Nope, public. I would scarf the fruitcake. Absolutely. But surprisingly, 77% of people would drink a whole bottle of maple syrup. I think these are mostly Americans answering this, and we do like our diabetes. So.
Yes. Rachel says instant diabetes.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Chris. Let's see. Let me find a good one. Sorry, bear with me. These are so silly. I don't like any of these. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
What the heck? I'm sorry, Chris. You have to bear with me.
You're good. You're good.
I can't prep these, and now my internet is struggling, so it's not loading.
Oh, grand. If you want,
all right,
we can give
here we go. Here we go. Got one.
Okay.
Would Jake rather be a reindeer or want one of the toy makers for Santa?
A reindeer or a toy maker for Santa?
Yes.
Um.
And yes, some of these were sillier than turd covered chocolate.
You know what? I mean, maybe there's some redeeming factors to being a reindeer. Flying is cool. I guess, I mean, flying reindeer, I assume?
Yes,
like
this
Santa's
is
reindeer?
Santa's reindeer. Sorry, I should have said Santa's reindeer or the toy maker for Santa.
So, the power of flight at the expense of not being a human anymore. Well, I guess Santa's elves aren't.
Yeah,
human
they are
either,
elves.
but they're
yeah.
but they're human adjacent.
Correct.
So be a literal animal that can fly, or be a little elf in a slave factory for Santa. I don't know. I feel like Jake would say elf, but the general public would say they would want to fly as a reindeer.
Correct on both. Easily. Much rather build things and make cool toys personally, but the general population was heavily in favor of the ability to fly.
Sounds about right. All right. Well, your fourth question here. Would you rather have to always wear elf shoes, or would I rather have to always wear elf shoes or always wear big Santa boots?
I mean, that almost seems too easy because elf shoes are those really uncomfortable, spinny wooden things, right?
I'm picturing like the almost felt looking long, like curly toe.
Oh, I thought they were
shoes.
wooden. Okay.
Like clogs, I guess that
Okay.
could be too.
I think it really depends on where you live in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for you, I'm going to guess the elf shoes. General population, Santa's boots. Final answer.
I would call that 50% right. I'm thinking Santa boots because, I mean, they're like big boots. So I could probably make them somehow look like normal clothing.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
General population, literally 50-50 split.
So does that mean I get...
I think you get a point. Like, there is
or maybe
no
it's
wrong
point and
answer
a
there.
half. Let's do point and a half.
All right, sure.
Cool.
Let's call it a point and a half.
All right, Chris,
All right.
I've got your last Would You Rather of the holiday version. Very interesting. We're going to end with a bang, pun intended. Would Jake rather be punched in the face with brass knuckles by Santa, or punch Santa with brass knuckles in the face, but seen by thousands of children? So no audience, I get punched, or by Santa, or I punch Santa in front of children.
I think neither one's great. I think Jake would punch Santa, but the general public would rather get punched.
It's just so ridiculous. For what it's worth, that is correct. Because children are going to find out that Santa isn't real anyways, so it's probably just, maybe I could... My thought is, maybe I'm punching Santa, but it doesn't say that I'm punching him hard. Maybe I do a soft punch so I don't actually hurt him. Whereas I assume Santa's going to actually hit me with brass knuckles. So that's why I would definitely agree with you. And the general public probably didn't think about it that deeply. So they voted in favor to punch Santa 52% to 48%. So very good, sir. You are right again.
All right. Well, it's funny that your last question was revolving around injury because so is mine.
Wonderful.
All right. Would I rather lose my front teeth in a sled riding accident or break my hands cutting down a Christmas tree?
Oh, man, that's so bad. For me, it's easy. I couldn't function without hands, but you can technically go get dentures. Honestly, Chris, I feel like for you, you'd rather lose the teeth because you've got a young son you got to take care of. You can't really afford to go without hands. Whereas technically you could just eat oatmeal all the time or something. So I'm gonna say both you and the general population would rather lose the teeth than the hands. Final answer.
Once more, 50% correct. You're right. I would choose teeth, only because I have lost, not front teeth, but visible front teeth before, and it's not the end of the world.
Not
Get
enjoyable.
it fixed. Yeah. But 70% of other people answering said break their hands. So,
Very good.
well, you know what? That was a good round for me, because that puts me at 9 out of 10 points, and that puts you, my friend, at 5.5 out of 10. So I take round 2.
Very good. We are now
There we
tied.
go.
For
Tied
the
up 1-1.
Winter Wonderland.
And that takes us into our third segment for y'all. This is our Spot the Fake Quotes segment, in which we choose quotes from whatever properties, books, movies, TV, video games, and create fake versions of the quote and try to confuse the other one into guessing the wrong one. Make sense? I think it makes sense. And if you're ready, we're still sticking with this winter theme, and I can give you your first quote, Jake.
Hit me.
All right.
I'm not going to lose.
This first one is from The Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
You may ask, how is this winter themed? Well, this takes place on the ice planet of Hoth. That is how.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah.
Winter Wonderland there, clearly.
Yeah. This is C-3PO and R2-D2 having a conversation, their first scene. And So, which of these three conversations is how it goes? Is it C-3PO says, I didn't ask you to turn on the thermal heater. I merely commented that it was freezing in the princess's chamber. And R2-D2 chirps. And C-3PO answers, but it's supposed to be freezing. How are we ever going to dry out her clothes? I really don't know.
Okay.
Or B, does C-3PO say, I didn't ask you to turn on the geothermal reactor. I merely commented that it was frigid in the princess's bedroom. R2-D2 chirps. But it's intended to be frigid. How are we ever going to dry out her clothes? I really have no idea. Or C, C-3PO says, I didn't ask you to turn on the nuclear warmer. I merely commented that it was chilly in the princess's boudoir. R2-D2 chirps. C-3PO says, but it's designed to be chilly. How are we ever going to dry out her clothes? I really cannot comprehend.
Okay, so I don't know this quote to start off. I don't think it's the last one, as wonderful as that was. Every time we do this segment, I always tell you I have to go with my gut because I just have no idea. And the first one sounded nice. It might have been just because that was the first thing I heard. So I'm going to go with A, the first one.
A, gut paid off this time.
All right.
Was A. You got it. Woo.
Woo. Okay. All right, Chris. Your first winter/ice themed quote is Phil Connors from the movie Groundhog Day.
Right on.
All right. Wonderful movie. All of you should watch it if you haven't. It's super, super wonderful. All right. So, what did Phil Connors say? You want a forecast about the weather? You're asking the wrong Phil. I'm going to give you a forecast about this winter. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be pitch black, and it's going to last you the rest of your lives. Did he say, you want a prophecy about the weather? You're asking the wrong Phil. I'm going to give you a prophecy about this winter. It's going to be as frosted as one of those year-old peas in the freezer. It's going to be a fate worse than death, and it's going to last you the remainder of your godforsaken life. Or did he say, you want a prediction about the weather? You're asking the wrong Phil. I'm going to give you a prediction about this weather. It's going to be cold, and it's going to be dark, and it's going to last you for the rest of your lives. I'm guessing you might know this one.
I might know this one. I want to say that I'm pretty confident, but also there's a chance that I'm wrong, so I'm not going to say that. Don't get mad at me if I'm wrong.
I will be furious.
I am confident that it's not B. Although that sounds pretty Bill Murray. I can see that. It's going to last the rest of your godforsaken life. I think it's C. I think it's. You want a prediction about the weather? Yeah, I think so. C, final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Very good, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, your second quote here. I don't know. I've seen this movie once a while ago. I don't know if you're familiar. Deep Blue Sea, sci-fi thriller.
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay. It's the one super intelligent shark created by scientists, goes wild, kills people.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. And this is Samuel L. Jackson as Russell Franklin. I know I used Samuel L. Jackson in a recent episode, but he's got some good quotes.
I was going to say, use him as much as you want.
Yeah. So, is his line in this movie, he's talking about ice. That's why this is winter themed. These are all technically winter themed. Okay. Does he say, "You think water is quick? You should see ice. It moves like it has a purpose. Like it knows it ended the world once and got a taste for Armageddon."
Oh. Oh, okay.
Or is it B, "You think water moves fast? You should see ice. It moves like it has a mind. Like it knows it killed the world once and got a taste for murder." Or is it C, "You think water flows rapidly? You should see ice. It moves like it is alive. Like it knows it crushed the world once and got a taste for destruction."
Okay. I don't know that C makes any sense, which means it's probably right. I don't think it's A this time. My gut is telling me not A. Sorry, my brain, the gears are turning.
Think it through.
I'm
this.
just gonna go with B because for some reason C just didn't seem to make sense. So yeah, B, final answer.
Absolutely correct.
All right. It's a winter miracle.
Ice has a taste for murder.
It does. Why is it that when you think like weird, creepy murder, it's always cold? Which ice is cold? I don't know. That was a dumb question. All right. You ready for your second quote, sir?
I'm ready.
This is from Lewis Carroll from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And it does...
Wow, I didn't know you had that in here. Okay.
Yes.
I referenced it in mine. Awesome.
Oh, did you?
In my intro, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Alice in
That's
Wonderland.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the quote. "I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields, that it kisses them so gently, and then it covers them up snug, with a white quilt, and perhaps it says, 'Go to sleep, darlings, till the summer comes again.' Or, 'I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields, that it caresses them so gently, and then it covers them up tight, with a white blanket, and perhaps it says, 'Go to sleep, dearest, till the summer comes again.' Or, 'I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields, that it suffocates them so gently, and then it covers them up close, with a white pillow, and perhaps it says, 'Go to sleep, sweetie, till you can't breathe again.'" Sorry, I barely made it through that one. Do you want me to try again?
I think you're good. Oh.
"I wonder if the snow loves the trees and fields, that it suffocates them so gently, and then it covers them up close, with a white pillow, and perhaps it says, 'Go to sleep, sweetie, till you can't breathe again.'" Got through that
Go
time.
to sleep, sweetie. Go to sleep. Oh.
Sorry, that one.
I think that one's more literally true of the actual natural process of snow falling on a field.
Sure.
But, I don't know. B really struck me as authentic sounding. I like the sound of a "Go to sleep, dearest." Is that what it was?
Yeah, "Go to sleep, dearest, till the summer comes again."
I like that. I think B. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It is A. My writing got you for the first time. That was all me.
Good job, Jake.
Caress and dearest. Yes.
Beautiful. I like it. You're a better writer than Lewis Carroll. Come at me.
That's right. It's because I'm more in tune with the winter and the ice.
Oh. All right. Well, you ready for your final spot the fake quote?
I am.
Okay, this one is from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, very good.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Beaver relating a prophecy about Aslan.
Okay.
So it is in verse form. So, does the prophecy go? Wrong will be right when Aslan comes in sight. At the sound of his roar, sorrows will be no more. When he bares his teeth, winter meets its death, and when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again.
Wow. Okay.
Or is it, evil will be good when Aslan's in the hood. At the sound of his yell, sorrows will go to hell. When he bares his ivories, winter is less lively, and when he shakes his hair, we will have spring everywhere.
Gangsta Aslan. I love it.
Or is it dark will be light when Aslan comes to fight? At the sound of his shout, sorrows are shut out. When he bares his fangs, winter meets its end, and when he shakes his crown, we shall see spring around.
Ooh. So clearly B was the best answer. Gangster Aslan. Someone needs to Photoshop that. All right, Rachel, that's your task for the next week. I want the deal with it sunglasses on Aslan with the sideways cap. I'm trying to decide. Forgive me if I'm wrong on this, Chris. C sounded like it was written to be like A. So I'm going to go with A.
You're right. C was written to sound like A.
Yes!
A is the correct one. You
Woo!
got it. 3 for 3. Strong episode for you. I'm going to have to fight hard in the second half here.
If by strong, you mean I've gotten 2 segments total so far.
Hey.
All right, Chris, we're still going to do your last quote here.
All right.
I just want it to be known that Rachel in chat, I expect you to get this one right. If you're not, you owe me 7 burritos. Okay, so my quote is Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes. And the winter part is he's talking about snow. And he's talking about Christmas specifically. So that's how it pertains. So, does he say, A, no snow, which means I can't clobber anyone with a snowball, which means I'm nice, which means I'll get loads of Christmas presents. Ha! B,
Okay.
no snow, which means I can't paste anyone with a snowball, which means I'm good, which means I get lots of Christmas presents. Ha! Or C, no snow, which means I can't wallop anyone with a snowball, which means I'm winning, which means I'll get tons of Christmas presents. Ha!
Ooh.
Yeah, that one's hard. I'm sorry, that's definitely the hardest one.
That one is hard. Literally every one. I hear clobber someone with the snowball. I'm like, that sounds like Calvin. Then you say paste someone with... I'm like, that sounds like Calvin too. And you say wallop. I'm like, those all sound like Calvin. Oh,
so yes, A was clobber, B was paste, and C was wallop. And I can give you the other changed words as well if you need them.
I know B was good and C was winning. What was A again?
A was, which means I can't clobber anyone with a snowball, which means I'm nice, which means I get loads of Christmas presents.
Okay. Well, winning doesn't make sense to me unless there's some hidden context for this panel that I don't know about, which is possible, but just for the sake of argument, I'm going to cut it out.
Okay. Chat seems to be saying, think it's A.
They do. They
Don't
think
let that
it's
sway
A.
you.
I won't. I don't know. I'm really tempted to say B. I don't know. I like the sound of I can't paste anyone with a snowball. It sounds a little awkward, but it also sounds like something he would say. And it doesn't necessarily sound like something you would say, is the other thing. Gotta play
That might
your
be the
opponent.
trick. That might be the trick to this game.
Might be the trick. You also could be misleading me, but it doesn't matter because I've already lost.
This
And
segment.
the gut of my gut is telling me that Chad is wrong and it's B. So, chat, feel free to berate me thoroughly when I get this wrong. I'm saying B, final answer.
That is correct. Boom. So you can berate chat for getting it wrong. You are absolutely right, my friend.
Oh, consider yourself
Calvin
berated.
used the word paste and good and lots. Very good, sir. Okay, so that brings to conclusion the Spot the Fake Quote segment, which I took the win. So currently I am up 2 segments to 1. We are going to transition to the... Chat says, I am officially berated. Very good, very good. We are going to transition to the unanimous all-time favorite segment of this show historically. This is going to be our quick break where everyone goes to the restroom, grabs a quick coffee, maybe gets berated, all kinds of things like that.
In this segment, everyone gets a point.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Please stay tuned. Chris and I are very excited about the segment when we come back. It's going to be audio reversal, but it's going to be specifically with quotes that have the word snow or winter in them, or at least somewhat related.
Somewhat related.
And Jake is officially burritoed. I completely agree. As a matter of fact, I should have burritos, but I don't. So anyways, hang in there. Rachel says, I want to be berated by burritos. Don't we all?
We all do. Yeah.
And on that burrito note, we are going to take a break. We will be right back. See you all shortly. Thank you very much. And we are back. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Hopefully everyone feels a little bit lighter and a little refreshed. And with that, I'll hand it off to you, Sir Chris.
I know I feel better. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Thanks again for sticking with us. Just a quick recap. We are a little bit over halfway through the night, and Jake is in the lead with 2 out of 3 segments. I've only got a measly 1 point. But there's 2 rounds left, so, I mean, it's still anyone's game, right? I'm still in this. We'll see.
This is true.
Our 4th segment, as we mentioned before the break, is audio reversal. This is a it's not even relatively new anymore. This is an established classic, and it is one of our favorites. We take clips, audio clips, reverse them, and guess the original content based on the reverse content. It's a lot of fun. Please play along. And as Jake said, our theme is quotes with the word snow or winter. With varying degrees of success in finding those quotes that may be expanded slightly to quotes with words related to snow or winter or scenes related to, or
yeah.
Close enough.
Winter Wonderland. That's the important part.
Yeah. So let's kick this thing off. If you've never seen this segment, you'll get it real quick. So if you wouldn't mind playing, let me give you my context here.
Sure.
This first audio clip is Mr. Morgan Freeman narrating the movie March of the Penguins.
Okay, here we go. Care if I hear it a third time real quick?
Go for it.
It's so clearly Morgan Freeman. It's so his voice. Okay, what are my options?
All right. Is he saying, A, there are a few places harder to get to in this world, but there aren't any where it's harder to live? Or B, the temperature is now 80 degrees below zero. That's without taking into account the wind, which can blow 100 miles an hour. Is it C, for 20 days and 20 nights, the Emperor Penguin will march to a place so extreme it supports no other life? Or is it D, new ice is formed along the shore, forcing them to walk several more miles before they reach the sea?
This is tough because it just sounds like he's speaking nonsense in this particular quote. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I want to do one more playback, and then I'm going to listen for some keywords. Man, it sounds like there's a very clear break in there. So, I'm assuming it's 2 sentences, or there's at least a comma or something. So with that in mind, I'll probably take off C, for 20 days and 20 nights, the Emperor Penguin will march to a place so extreme it supports no other life. Just because the pacing doesn't really match. Mm-hmm. D, new ice formed along the shore, forcing them to walk several more miles before they reach the sea. It's technically 1 sentence, but it doesn't feel like it's long enough on the first half for the break. So I guess I'm leaning towards A or B. There are a few places harder to get in this world, but there aren't anywhere it's harder to live. Or B, the temperature is now 80 degrees below zero. That's without taking into account the wind, which can blow 100 miles an hour. I don't know, Chris. I'm just gonna go with B because it seems like a pretty long quote. Final answer.
Well, let's hear it and see if you're right.
Here we go.
The temperature is now 80 degrees below zero.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Without taking into account the wind, which can blow 100
Excellent.
miles an hour.
Okay. 1 down. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. So, your first audio reversal, sir, is a Lord of the Rings scene where there is snow involved. And that's the only way that it's tied to winter or ice at all. This one was bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I was having a hard time, so this is what I came up with. So Lord of the Rings, winter scene. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Turn it up a little bit more and give you a couple more times here. Third time?
Let's see the options first.
Options? Okay. Is it, there is a fell voice in the air. It's Saruman. Is it B, moonlight drowns out all but the brightest stars? Is it C, full of a took? Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity. Or D, I would cut off your head, dwarf, if it stood but a little higher from the ground.
Okay. Can we play it one more time?
Yep.
So it might be crazy, but that sounds to me like at the beginning there, which means at the end of the clip, that sounds like from the movie, this Saruman chanting like blah 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 blah, casting the spell that's gonna block off the pass. Which makes me, which could be wrong. It just could be people yelling. It's definitely yelling of some kind.
Which there's a lot of in Lord of the Rings. Let's be honest.
And the only one that lines up in my head that way is A. There's a fell voice on the air. It's Saruman, and then there's his voice like saying
Let's
his
find out.
wizard gibberish.
All right. Let's see if you're right. Very good. Yes. Good job, sir. Or he's taking down he made like a lightning strike come down and take down part of the mountain. So
I love the way they do that. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I wish I was a wizard. That's why I'm growing this beard. I never told anyone that, but that's why.
I'll do the same one day. One day when I don't know.
We can have white beards together.
Yeah. As soon as it goes white, never gets cut again.
Excellent.
All right. So, your second audio reversal clue here. This is Dick Shawn as Snow Miser in the movie The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Of note, I have not seen that.
Okay. Well, it is... I mean, it's a Christmas movie, but the character himself is just the embodiment of cold and winter. He's basically Jack Frost, but he's Snow Miser.
Okay. Here we go. That's That's me in wizard training. Let's hear that one again.
Oh.
Amazing. Okay, so hit me with my options.
All right. Is he saying, I never want to know a day that's over 40 degrees? Or B, I'm Mr. Icicle, I'm Mr. 10 below. C, whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. Or D, enthusiastic shivering.
Okay, well, obviously I'm assuming it's something like that. Let me hear it one more time now that I know those options. I'm telling you right now, I'm already leaning towards enthusiastic shivering, but let's find out. It's gotta be enthusiastic shivering. It literally sounds like 2 words. It's gotta be that. All right. The final answer, D. Here we go. We'll see if I was right.
Yep, you got it.
I can't even tell if he's saying anything. Oh, I get it. Enthusiastic shivering, as in he's shivering.
Enthusiastically. Yes.
I thought he was actually saying that, so I was really... It's like, I don't understand. There's no language happening. What is going on?
Nope, in that scene, he's just spinning in a circle and making shivering noises. Oh.
You know what, Chris? I'm so cold. I'm shivering. All right, sir. Your second audio reversal is awesome. I'm just going to say that. It is from the Hobbit 1977 soundtrack.
Oh, well, I'm going to get it right then. I'm calling it.
It does have the proper terminology in it to be considered winter or ice themed. Okay. So here is your second sort of Lord of the Rings world related question. Again?
I already know what song this is, but yes. Okay, play it again.
Would you like your options?
Yes, please.
So, is it A, the road goes ever on and on, under cloud and under snow? Is it B, over snow by winter sown, and through the merry flowers of June? Is it C, over grass and over stone, and under mountains in the snow? Or is it D, stupid fat hobbit?
Oh, you picked a movie that is very near and dear to my heart. That is B, over snow by winter sown, and through the merry flowers of June.
Let's find out. Over snow by winter sown. I really need to rewatch that. Do you have a copy of that movie? I need to borrow a copy of that, Chris.
I do have a copy of that movie.
You should send it to me after the show.
Yeah.
Very good, sir. That was excellent. I had a lot of fun. I ended up listening to 1977, the Hobbit soundtrack, like 6 times in a row. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. They just don't do it like that anymore.
We literally, the opening theme, The Greatest Adventure, is one of our son's lullabies, and it's great.
So your son is going to be amazing, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
That's why we named him Bilbo.
Very good. All right.
I swear, I do have one quote that has one of the words in it.
Hey, I just got to say that one had snow in it. That last one did.
Oh. The last one was just shivering.
That's true. That's
okay.
True. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, your third quote. This is... I listed both actors because some of the answers are from both. This is either Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels as Lloyd and Harry in the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, so it's from the movie Dumb and Dumber. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. Sounds like nonsense. All right, here we go. Second time. I just hear lots of breathing. And let's see. Tote 5. Whoa, that is the straightest beard I've ever seen. Amazing. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. This I do straighten the beard because otherwise my hair is so curly it just. But I appreciate the kind words. I hope you're having a good evening. Chris, can you hit me with my options for
Sure thing.
for Dumb and Dumber?
Absolutely. I'm sure you'll need to listen to it one more time here, but was that line, was it A, I can't feel my fingers anymore, Lloyd. They're numb. Was it B, Mary and I went skiing, we made a snowman, she touched my leg? Was it C, got a little nippy going through the pass, huh, hair? Or was it D, Harry, your hands are freezing?
Just a quick observation, Chris. So normally when we do this show, on this particular segment, I pay a lot of attention to the pacing of what the quote is. But since it's winter themed, so many of these quotes have people shivering, which totally messes up the pacing of any sort of, clip that we're listening to. So I have to admit, I'm having a lot harder of a time.
It really does mess it up.
All right, let's hear it one more time. Okay, so at the end, which means the beginning, there's like heavy breathing. Again, it sounds like it's divided into two sections, like there's a natural pause. So I think I'm going to eliminate. I think I'm going to eliminate C. Got a little nippy going through the pass, huh? Hair. I don't think it's that one. Mary and I went skiing. We made a snowman. She touched my leg. That's divided into 3. So I'm going to say not that one. Harry, your hands are freezing is too short, which leads me to A. I can't feel my fingers anymore, Lloyd. They're numb. Final answer. Let's find out.
All right. Let's find out.
Yes. All right.
Right on. Excellent.
3 for 3, right? 3 for 3
Oh,
so
yeah.
far. We're neck and neck here, sir.
We are
All right.
neck and neck. Well, give me my third so I can keep this neck and neck action going.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so your next audio reversal is Buddy from the Christmas movie Elf.
Okay.
All right. Let me check
Mr. Will Ferrell, let's hear it.
Yes. All right, here we go. Here's the reverse. All right, here we go again.
One more.
You want a third?
Okay. No, let's hear the options first.
All right. So, is it Buddy saying, "You stink. You smell like beef and cheese, and you don't smell like Santa"? Is it B, "Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15"? Is it C, "Oh, it's not a costume. I'm an elf. Well, technically, I'm a human, but I was raised by elves"? Or is it D, "First, we'll make snow angels for 2 hours, and then we'll go ice skating. And then we'll eat a whole roll of Toll House cookie dough as fast as we can. And then we'll finish, and then to finish, we'll snuggle"?
Okay. All right, I definitely need to hear it one more time.
This is a longer one, so it is tough.
Mm-hmm.
You want it one more time?
No, I
You're
think
hesitant.
I've got it.
Okay.
I think I've got it. Okay. Listening to that. So I don't think it's A. A seems short.
Okay.
You stink.
You
B
smell like-
feels a little short too.
Mhm.
I feel like it could be it's not a costume line or the long run on, but hearing that first word sounds like Ulgans, which is snuggle backwards.
Okay, so you're using the key word there. All right.
Yeah, I think that's my giveaway. I think Ulgans is snuggle. I think it's D. First we'll make snow angels for 2 hours, then we'll go ice skating, then we'll eat a whole rolled House cookie dough as fast as we can, and then to finish, we'll snuggle.
All right, let's find out.
First, we'll make snow angels for 2 hours.
That sounds like a perfect Christmas to me.
It sounds really great. I mean, I could probably skip 2 hours of snow angels, but
it'd be good exercise. Good for the figure. Just saying.
It's true. It's true. Be good for the hypothermia as well.
You just need to be more hairy.
All right.
All right, 3 for 3. We're even. Let's go.
We're even. Let's do this. All right, your fourth audio reversal clue here. This is everyone's favorite winter holiday movie, The Shining. Mr. Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance. So why don't you play that clip?
Here it comes. Sounds like a broken record player. I definitely need to hear that again.
I apologize. I did.
Sorry, go ahead.
I did go over our 5-second limit on this one just because I felt it important to include his full laughter in there.
Oh, totally fine. I to be clear, I went over the 5-second limit like 3 times now. So hit me with my options, and then I'll listen to it again.
All right. Is Jack saying they got snowbound one winter in the mountains? They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive. Or B, you're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat in the radio and you'll see what I mean. Or C, so here's what. You slip me a bottle of bourbon, a cool glass, and some ice. Or D, has it ever occurred to you that I have agreed to look after the Overlook Hotel until May the 1st?
All right, I got to hear it again. Okay, so at the very end, there's like a short sentence, right? Or a short phrase, which means the beginning should have a somewhat short phrase. So, based on the options you gave to me, I'm going to eliminate they've got snowbound one winter in the mountains. They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive. And I'm going to eliminate, has it ever occurred to you that I have agreed to look after the Overlook Hotel until May the 1st? So that leaves us with B and C, both of which kind of have that beginning phrase with a stop. You're not going anywhere, or so here's what. I'm going to go with C. So here's what. You slip me a bottle of bourbon, a cool glass, and some ice, with evil laughing. We're going to find out.
Hear it.
Dang it.
You're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat.
Oh, man, what a line.
See what I mean?
Reminds me of the spooky episode, just saying.
It's a little spooky. I mean,
just a little spooky.
Generally, The Shining is considered a family-friendly movie, but there are those who might say it's a little on the spoopy side.
The spooky side. All right, sir. Your fourth audio reversal is from Olaf from the movie Frozen. So obviously going to be very snow and winter related. And here we go, sir. A little bit on the short side. Here we go again. Would you like a third, or go straight into your options?
Let's hear the options.
Are your options? Did Olaf say A? So I'm made of snow, and I'm walking on snow. That's kind of weird. B. My drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand. C. Oh, look at that. I've been impaled. Or D. Yellow and snow, no go.
Is D a line from the movie?
It is.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Would you like to hear it again?
I would like to hear it one more time. Yes.
All right, here you go. This is too easy, Chris. This is too easy.
Oh, man. Okay, Call Me a Baby. I kind of want to hear it one last time. A fourth time.
Let's do it.
There is music quietly in the background, isn't there? I think there is. I was listening too much to the voice, and I didn't hear the music, and I thought there's no way it's the line from the song.
In all fairness, there is music basically throughout the entire movie.
This is true, but I heard the pianos and like the string plucks. I think that's the music from Olaf's song. At first I thought it was A, because that seemed like the right length, so I'm made of snow and walking on snow. It's kind of weird. But the syllables weren't adding up. But the music is there. The music is there. I think it is B, my drink in my hand. Must snow up against the burning sand.
All right, let's find out. The burning sand. Very good. Very good.
I didn't hear the music at first.
Was messing with you. Well, you've officially taken the lead, sir. I am in trouble. Deep, deep trouble.
Well, that's all right. You get this one, I missed the other one. We can still tie this round. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. Your final audio reversal question is from 101 Dalmatians, the original 1961 animated classic.
Okay.
I'm not going to specify a character, though, because there's no one character who has a lot of winter snow-related quotes.
Okay. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to hear it again. Okay, hit me with my options.
Okay. So is this line, not so much as a blooming footprint, and we've been up and down every blinking road in the county. We're froze stiff. We're giving up. Is it Jasper, Horace, here's their tracks heading straight for the village? Is it we have shelter for you, at the dairy barn across the road? Sorry, I'll do that again. We have shelter for you at the dairy barn across the road. Or is it my tail's froze and my nose is froze and my ears are froze and my toes are froze?
I think I know what it is, but I want to hear it one more time.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's D. My tail's froze, and my nose is froze, and my ears are froze, and my toes are froze. Because I hear the zf, zf, or whatever that is. So
Zorf?
yes. Let's find out.
My tail's froze.
Boom.
My nose is froze. And
You
my
got it.
ears are froze.
Check out it too.
And my toes are
Right
froze.
on.
Very good. Very good. All right, y'all. All comes down to the last one, Chris, to who's going to take the segment. If you get it wrong, we go into a tiebreaker. If you get it right, you take the segment, and you would be up 3-1, which would also mean you win the whole episode.
No. That would tie us 2-2.
Oh, you're right.
in the lead right now, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to you being in the lead that I assume. Okay, so your final audio reversal is from the 1969 edition of Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, man, it's been a while since I've seen that one. Okay.
Yeah, because we were both alive in 1969. So, I mean, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Can we go again?
Definitely, please.
Would you like a third one, or do you want to hear your options?
I'll do the options first.
Okay. Is it, for it was the first snow of the season, as any child can tell you, there's a certain magic to the very first snow? Was it B, for when the first snow is also a Christmas snow, it's a special snow? Or C, it was a very special kind of snow, a snow to make the happy happier and the giddy even giddier? Or was it D, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be?
Okay.
This one's pretty hardcore. Pretty hardcore.
Was it a snowy snow or a snowier snow? Or okay, let's
really stayed true to the theme on this one.
Whew.
All right.
Yeah, kudos to you. This was not an easy one to do. All right, let's hear it one more.
This one's just hard to really hear it. Even though the volume's up, it's just kind of hard to hear, isn't it?
This one's a little challenging.
Nothing like a good challenge, Chris.
So it's a pretty long clip, and it definitely feels like there's a longer segment at the beginning and then a shorter one. I hear that pause in there, which means it's a shorter phrase and then a longer phrase. And that is highlighting A and C for me. For it was the first snow of the season, and as any child can tell you, there's a certain magic to the very first snow. Or it was a very special kind of snow, a snow to make the happy happier and the giddy even giddier.
So which one?
It's an old movie. It's a little fuzzy audio. I think I heard at the beginning kind of maybe an R sound, maybe, which could be the quote ending on giddier. But I'm really not confident. But it's all I've kind of got to go on. So I'm going to say C, final answer.
All right, for all the marbles, sir, to take the segment.
It was a very special.
Very good, sir.
Yeah.
Snow to make the happy
Great job.
All
I got to
right.
give you a clap for that one.
giddy, even giddier.
Whew. That
Yeah.
was a little rough.
So with that, sir, I would like to move on to our very last segment that I'm very excited about, our Lost in Translation segment. For those of you that have not heard this before, this is where we take certain phrases or questions or whatever, and we run them through 10 translations and see what we come up with, and the other person tries to guess what they are. For this week, staying with the Winter Wonderland theme, we picked very specific questions and then what our made-up responses to them are, and then ran them through a translation. And this week, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually go back and forth because it's the same question for each of us, but answered differently. Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. Each one's a different prompt. As we go through, it'll make sense.
Yeah. Cool. Chris, are you ready, sir? Let's jump into the first one. So
I am ready.
this first question is things that you would say as your vehicle starts to slide on ice/snow. So after going through 10 translations, my answer came out as sweet pearls, I won't do it this winter. Sweet pearls, I won't do it this winter as my car is sliding.
Sweet pearls.
So the question is, what was the original phrase? Was it A, save the pearls, winter has cursed us? Was it B, sweet mother of pearl, I'm not going to survive this winter-induced death spin? Was it C, sweet mother of pearl, winter has brought death upon us? Or was it D, pearly whirly, I've lost all control?
Oh, I like pearly whirly even better than sweet pearls. Oh, pearly whirly. Oh,
You know, in a life-threatening situation, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, B and C both use the phrase "sweet mother of pearl," which is like a thing, and could easily come out as sweet pearls. That is not a stretch of the imagination. Sweet mother of pearl, winter has brought death upon us. I won't do it this winter. They don't really match, but they're close to the same length. Sweet mother of pearl, I'm not going to survive this winter-induced death spin. Sounds like an original phrase, and also has like I'm not, which could turn into I won't do it. It's also really long, but
That's what she
sounds,
said?
It sounds the most legitimate to me, and that I'm not turning into the I won't do it. I think that is a clear connection. I think it's probably B.
That is correct. Very good, sir.
All right.
You are 1 for 1.
Right on. Okay, well, my answer for the question, things you say as your vehicle starts to slide on ice and snow, after running through 10 translations, came out as a little ice. Listen, you're not wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Was the original phrase. A, it's only a little snow. Oh, baby, you confounded mechanical monstrosity.
I speak to my car like that, or snowmobile, whatever.
Is it B, it's just some ice. Keep it moving, you hunk of rusted junk. Is it C, it's a bit of cold. Hear me and do my bidding, blasted automobile. Or D, it's a blizzard. Come on, do what I tell you, lumbering metallic beast.
None of these make any sense. A little ice. Listen, you're not wrong. So you're not wrong. What could that even imply? Keep it moving, you hunk of rusted junk. Obey me, you confounded mechanical monstrosity. Hear me and do my bidding, or do what I tell you. So there's a reoccurring theme here of telling it what to do, but I don't know how that translates to you're not wrong.
I don't know either.
So, just one other observation. B says it's just some ice, and the translation came out with a little ice. However, A says a little snow. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is I have no flipping idea. I'm going to just guess B, go with my gut. Final answer, it's just some ice. Keep it moving, you hunk of rusted junk.
Nope.
Dang it. Build me up to put me down.
Yep. It was A, it's only a little snow. Obey me, you confounded mechanical monstrosity.
Very good. Very good.
It really lost a lot of that in the translation.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, wait. Speaking of translation, we normally say this at the beginning here. For those interested, the 10 languages that I translated all these through on my end were Chichewa, Hawaiian, Russian, Icelandic, Sundanese, Javanese, Azerbaijani, Chinese, Odia, and Basque.
And I did Finnish, Greek, Hebrew, Vietnamese, Thai, Polish, Norwegian, Welsh, Russian, and finally Chinese. So anyways, they get really messed up is the point. All right, Chris, your second Lost in Translation. My personal favorite. What would you say if you were giving words of encouragement to a melting snowman?
Okay.
So after the 10 translations, my response came out as, "Hello, take a good look. At least you can drive after the oil changes, winky face." So, was the original phrase, "Greetings. Look at what's been dealt to you. At least you won't get cancer?" Winky face. B. "Hello, snow dog. Take a look at your life. At least you've lived to the fullest." Winky face. C. "Hey man, look on the bright side. At least you will be able to travel once you have transitioned to liquid." Winky face. Or D. "Howdy, Ballsy. Look, man, some things just happen and you have to roll with the punches." Winky face. So, which one of those was the original one?
Howdy, ballsy. Okay. Hello, take a good look. At least you can drive after the oil changes. Well, take a good look. Okay. They all say something about look. That's probably by design. Look at what's been dealt to you. Take a look at your life. Look on the bright side. Look, man. Hello, take a good look. Okay, at least you can drive after the oil changes. I think this is where the answer lies. Drive after the oil changes. There's no mention of cancer. Although, I don't know, maybe huffing oil fumes for a long time will give you cancer.
Okay.
I don't think there's much connection there. Live life to the fullest. Not a lot of connection. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. Sometimes there is literally no connection. But rationalizing is the only way we have any chance of getting through this. At least you'll be able to travel once you've transitioned to liquid. Travel, drive, liquid, oil. I could see that. Some things happen and you have to roll with the punches. Also no connection. I think the strongest connection is definitely with C. Hey man, look on the bright side. At least you'll be able to travel once you've transitioned to liquid. Winky face.
That is correct. Very good reasoning, sir.
All right.
Very, very good.
So, my words of encouragement for a melting snowman, after 10 translations, came out as, not everything is perfect. It's easier than it is today.
Excellent. They should take these and give these to actual cancer patients. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That's a horrible idea.
That would look good on a motivational poster, though. Not everything is perfect. It's easier than it is today. So, was the original phrase, A, it's not all bad. You look slimmer than I've ever seen you.
Yes, that is the perfect response to a melting snowman.
Is it B, yeah, this is messed up, but things will get better? Is it C, not great, but not bad. You look amazing? Or is it D, this is great. Think how easy it is to just melt.
Interesting. Not everything is perfect. It's easier than it is today. So, the only one that talks about something related to it's easier than before is, but things will get better in B. Yeah, this is messed up, but things will get better. However, okay, I don't think it's, this is great. Think how easy it is to just melt. I don't think it's that. You know what, Chris? I think it's B. Yeah, this is messed up, but things will get better. Just because of the things will get better and it's easier than it is today. That is my final answer, and it's probably wrong.
You're right, it's wrong.
Yes, at least I could be right about something.
Nope, it was A. It's not all bad. You look slimmer than I've ever seen you. Oh.
Okay, so our third Lost in Translations is thoughts of a snowflake. What is a snowflake thinking? So after going through 10 translations, here is how my response came out. Snowflake said that when you land, huge aliens turn us into statues. I think that's not that bad. So, was the original response, look at those alien titans walking around down there. B, my parents said that when you land, life really starts with temperature changes. That sounds neat. C. Snowflake, snowflake, spin. Or D. Some snowflakians say that when you land, giant aliens form us into statues. I guess that doesn't seem so bad.
Okay. Well, C
This
is
one's probably too easy.
probably literally true if they have any thoughts. Snowflake, snowflake, spin. I like that. That's good.
Sentient snowflakes.
So Snowflake said that when you land could be B or D. My parents said that when you land, or Snowflakians say that when you land. Huge aliens turn us into statues. Giant aliens form us into statues. I think it's not that bad. I guess that doesn't seem so bad. D
Too
is
easy.
lining up pretty clearly. I'm going to say D.
That is correct, sir. That one came up too simple.
All right. Well, this puts you in a tight spot, sir.
I know.
You've got 3 questions to answer correctly. No room for error.
I don't know. I'm craving some of those burritos out of depression.
All right. Well, here's your third translation. Thoughts of a snowflake on my end. After 10 translations came out as Spring is a story created by a deep world. Wake me up. Was the original phrase. Spring was made up by the deep drift. Snap out of it, zombies.
Okay. Okay.
Was it B? Summer is fiction. Winter is eternal. Don't be fooled. Was it C? Spring's just a tall tale created by a hail. We'll never fail.
Okay.
Or is it D? Summer is a myth perpetrated by the deep cloud. Wake up, sheepflakes.
All right. So I think this one I know. D. Summer is a myth perpetrated by the deep cloud. Wake up, sheep flakes. I think that's the only right one, just because the word deep is in the translated version, and in that one also the wake me up. The only other one that's close is A, but it doesn't have anything about wake me up. So gonna go with my gut. D. Summer is a myth perpetrated by the deep cloud. Wake up, sheep flakes.
You got it.
Woo!
Absolutely.
I can get one right.
Right on.
All right, sir. Your fourth Lost in Translation. You are perfect thus far, by the way, so keep it up. This is a cool catchphrase to shout when beheading a White Walker. After going through 10 translations, my response came out as, remember the Almo, embrace the zombie idol. So, was the original phrase A, remember the Almo, never support anything other than medium rare steak? Was it B, remember the Almo, eat it you slackjaw weasel face? Was it C, remember the Almo, feel my sword's zombie slaying wrath? Or was it D, remember the Almo, you decaying zomba heathen?
You decaying zombie heathen. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I mean, I think B's the coolest catchphrase. Eat it, you slack-jawed weasel face.
Chad, please add that to your pamphlet of insults, slackjaw weasel face. It gets a good reaction out of people.
It does. I think C and D clearly are the closest because they both mention zombies. And where else would a zombie come from? I don't think steak or weasels would turn into zombie.
That might be the secret to good steak, I'm just saying. Could be like Soylent Green.
Could be kill the cow, cut the steak, bring it back to life, then kill it again. Good steak.
Exactly.
Feel my sword's zombie slaying wrath, or you decaying zomba heathen. I could see you saying either one of these. But I don't know that well, I was going to say I don't know that Zamba would get picked up and turned into zombie, but I've seen weirder things happen. But I think I'm still feeling C. Remember the Alamo, feel my swords, zombie slaying wrath. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It was D. Remember the Alamo, you decaying zombie heathen.
It did pick it up. All right, well.
It did.
Hey, it threw me off.
I get lucky sometimes.
You know what? We're still in this. All right. Okay, well, my cool catchphrase to shout when beheading a White Walker came out as... This is probably the hardest one, so I'm sorry.
ready.
It's nothing like the original at all.
Let's go.
It came out as musical instruments have bilingual binoculars. This is my mixed side.
All right. I like it. We're getting weird. Let's get weird.
The weird thing is it picked up a little, all of my answers are alliterative, and it picked up a little bit of that alliteration with bilingual binoculars. I don't know how. Was the original phrase A, I am the dandelion decapitator. This is my Tao. It's a sword.
Right.
B, I am the violet vivisector. This is my vorpal blade.
Okay.
C, I am the coral cleaver. This is my katana.
Ooh.
Or D, I am the green guillotine. This is my greatsword.
Huh.
Side note, call me the green guillotine from now on.
I was gonna say, what? We got some pretty good gamer tags. We could have like the weapon clan or something. Let's see. Musical instruments have bilingual binoculars. This is my mixed side. I am the dandelion decapitator. This is my Tao. I have no idea. I will say it came out as this is my mixed side. A just says this is my Tao. C says this is my katana. And D says this is my greatsword. So we're missing the blank blank.
Okay.
So purely based on that, I'm going to go with B. I am the violet visector. This is my vorpal blade. Purely based on that. Final answer.
Well, hey, that is the one thread of logic, and it led you true. It is B.
Hey!
Correct. I am the violet vivisector. This is my vorpal blade.
See? Winter Wonderland. It led me to the truth, Chris.
Got it. Woo. All right. Well, it comes down. I love it when this happens. It comes down to the final question and possibly a tiebreaker.
We shall see. Well, yeah, possibly a tiebreaker depending on what happens because we're tied 2-2. All right. So our final Lost in Translation, thank you for hanging in there with us, y'all. I know we're going a little long here, is what do hibernating bears dream about? So my response after going through 10 translations came out as, contrary to what many people believe, the most personal way to kill is to eat the entire child. So, was the original phrase A, contrary to popular belief, the most humane way of killing a fish is eating it whole? Was it B, it's not the most popular view by other bears, but murder is part of growing up as a bear cub? Was it C, contrary to popular belief, bear cubs learn personal training to kill from their mothers? Or was it D, most folks don't agree, but killing all the bees is absolutely worth it for the honey, even the youngins?
Okay. Bears like murder, huh? Okay.
And apparently that's what they think about when they're hibernating.
And they just eat children in time. I mean, I guess I could see that. A bear just laying there dreaming sweetly about eating an entire child. Contrary to what many people believe, the most personal way to kill is to eat the entire child.
I guess that is pretty personal.
Man, okay. Contrary to popular belief, the most humane way of killing a fish is eating it whole. It's got the contrary to popular belief, contrary to what many people believe. That lines up. Most personal way, the most humane way lines up. Killing a fish turns into a child is maybe a stretch, but strong. It's not the most popular view by other bears, but murder is part of growing up as a bear cub. Bear cub child. The most popular view by other bears. That's too wordy. I don't think that would turn into contrary to what many people believe. Contrary to popular belief, bear cubs learn personal training to kill from their mothers. I don't think that one's it. That doesn't sound super similar. Or makes sense. Most folks don't agree, but killing all the bees is absolutely worth it for the honey. Even the youngins. I feel like this is kind of the only one that's maybe a contender against A. Most folks don't agree. Means the same thing, contrary to popular belief, but it's not the same wording. Killing all the bees is worth it for the honey, even the youngins. The most personal way to kill is to eat the entire child. I think what it comes down to is what sounds closer? The most humane way of killing a fish is eating it whole, or killing all the bees is worth it for the honey, even the youngins. D has the child angle. A has the humane way, personal way angle. Anyone in chat venturing a guess? No one's talking. I can't cheat that way. I don't know. For some reason, I can see it coming up with the personal way to kill out of thin air. I can't see it just inventing the word child. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense.
You tell me.
I think I'm leaning towards D. Most folks don't agree, but killing all the bees is worth it for the honey, even the youngins. Yee. This is mine to lose at this point. I don't know. I think yes. Okay, got yes. D. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It was A. Contrary to popular belief,
A?
the most humane way of killing a fish is eating it whole.
Well, okay.
So disappointed. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man.
Man. Okay, well, that's one of those cases of do go with your gut, because A sounded right, but I don't know. I didn't think it would have just turned fish into child. That didn't make sense to me. But it did.
Can't explain it.
Okay. All right. Well, last question. Okay.
Ready.
My answer for what do hibernating bears dream about after 10 translations came out as, oh, I have my legs tied and I go fishing everywhere.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why a bear would have its legs tied, but fair enough.
It's a bear dream. They dream about whatever,
It's
right?
true.
So was the original phrase, oh dear, my legs are gone and I can't find any salmon. Is it B, blast, I can't walk and I've been searching for mackerel everywhere? Is it C, grr, I've been tied to a stump and there are delectable cod all around me? Or is it D, oh no, my legs have been shaved and I have to catch a trout in front of the whole class?
Okay, so A and D both have the O in it. Oh, I have my legs tied and I go fishing everywhere, which immediately makes me think it's either A or D. But looking at some of the other context, oh, I have my legs tied and I go fishing everywhere. Oh, blast, I can't walk. I don't know if I can see the word blast coming out as O. I mean, it is kind of like an explanation, like it, I can't walk, and I've been searching for mackerel everywhere. Oh no, my legs have been shaved, and I have to catch trout in front of the whole class. That doesn't make any sense. I've been tied to a stump, and there are delectable cod all around me. I guess maybe I could go fishing everywhere. My legs are gone, and I can't find any salmon. That seems like the opposite. So not A, which had the O in it. Blast, I can't walk. I've been searching for mackerel everywhere. I don't know, Chris. This is like one of those weird language things, because I've been searching for mackerel everywhere does not tie into I go fishing everywhere. I guess maybe, because if you're fishing everywhere, you're searching for mackerel everywhere. But the word blast doesn't make sense to me. You know what? I'm just talking in circles. I'm going to go with D, because it has the word O. Oh no, which kind of fits into the O. And I could totally see the word tied being mixed up somewhere to shaved. And I go fishing everywhere. And I have to catch a trout in front of the whole class. I'm wondering if somehow the word everywhere got moved to everyone, that then somehow got moved to the whole class. The blast one doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going with D. D, final answer.
Yes, sir.
Dang.
Yes,
Okay.
D.
So that...
My legs have been shaved. Have to catch a trout in front of the whole class. Yep.
Man, I thought I was going to get that one right or wrong.
You got it. So that puts us at a tie.
Oh, man.
That is 2-2 for segments, and we are tied on the last round.
I'm sorry,
That's
y'all.
a
We
good
are
one.
going long. So we're gonna go into sudden death for all the marbles, huh?
We're going to sudden death for all the marbles. That means a lightning round. 1 minute of rapid fire, random ass questions with no context or quality control of any kind.
Yeah, in all fairness, this is we call this the lightning round. This is not Winter Wonderland themed at all, because we weren't expecting for us to be completely tied at the end of the episode. So that's what we'll do. I guess let's see. Since I went last, I should probably ask you first. Correct?
Okay, sure.
Cool. Did you already explain what we do in the segment? My brain is blanking.
Sort of roughly. We've got a big long list of random questions, sort of icebreaker question-y things, lightning round questions. These are copy-pasted from other places. They're some are good, some are bad. That's sort of the nature of the game. And we put 1 minute on the clock. I've got a timer right here. And whoever answers the most wins.
And the other person's reading the questions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a game of good faith. We're on the same team ultimately, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, Chris, I will read as fast as I possibly can.
All right, cool. I've got 1 minute on the clock, and I'm gonna start on go. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
What word do you always misspell?
I don't know. Conflagration.
What naps are the most satisfying?
The short ones.
What's the weirdest thing you found lying on the ground / side of the road?
A shirt.
What's the funniest TV show you've ever seen?
Funniest. The Office.
What's the most embarrassing story from your childhood? Keep it short, brief.
Ran out of a bathroom stall yelling at a kid who made me mad.
What animal is the most majestic?
An elk.
What's something that everyone knows is true, but we don't like to admit it?
That we're all kind of jerks on the inside.
What's the weirdest text or email you've gotten?
It's voicemail count. I got a voicemail from some lady saying, "Hi, this is Peaches," and then a bunch of other stuff.
What always cheers you up when you think about it?
Well, wow, a minute is a lot shorter than 2 minutes.
It's almost like it's half.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to say maybe sick kids playing video games, but I didn't get it out. So that was what, 8? I got 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. 1 minute on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
All right. Starting on go. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. What sport could you play the longest in a televised game without anyone discovering you aren't a professional athlete?
Foosball.
All right. If you could talk to animals and they would understand you, but you couldn't understand them, what would you do with that power?
If you could talk to animals and they would understand me, I would ask my cat why she doesn't eat her dinner all the time.
Okay. What's the most boring sport, and what would you do to make it more exciting?
Soccer, add guns.
What's the creepiest tech out there?
Face recognition.
Who did you used to look up to, but they screwed up and you lost faith in them?
Oh boy. Geez, who did I used to look up to? They screwed up. I don't know. I don't look up to a whole lot of people. LeBron James.
Okay, what's fine in small numbers but terrifying in large numbers?
Ants.
Do you like things to be carefully planned or just go with the flow?
Carefully planned by a million.
All right, and that's the end of that.
Oh, that one stumped me so hard.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dang it! Dang it, that one threw me off so bad.
Man, that is rough luck. That's why we say these questions are not quality controlled. That happens sometimes. Bad luck, dude. Oh,
Fair win. I would shake your hand virtually through the camera here. Very good, Chris. You have won episode 14, Winter Wonderland. Claps all around. You are victorious, my friend. The reigning champion of Not the Screw Up, Chris Watson.
you know what? But that one was fun. I love those hard-won battles. That feels like it's a good victory.
Very good, sir. Oh,
Whew.
that was a long one.
That was a long one. It is. Yeah, we're on those almost 2.5 hours.
All right. Well, everyone, the end of the show is fast approaching. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, as always, and congratulations once again to Sir Chris for winning the evening.
But next episode is still anyone's game, and in fact, the segments are up in the air as well. This whole preseason, the season 0, is all about fine-tuning. So please swing by our feedback form to let us know what you like, what we could do better, and what you want to see in the future. We're putting the URL in the chat right now, and you can find a link to the feedback form on our About page.
Be sure to fill it out. Tell us how we look. You can also find links to our other platforms in the About page. Follow us on Twitter to be notified when we're streaming. Typically, we shoot for Tuesday evenings at 8 Central / 9 Eastern. And go subscribe to Botched Situation on YouTube for episode archives, compilations, and any other goodies that come out of the channel. We typically upload each full episode on the following Sunday, so be sure to click the bell to be notified when something new pops up.
So it has been so much fun, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us. But I need to go. It is time to celebrate my victory by purchasing a $10,000 block of marble and carving a statue of myself.
Ooh, well deserved. And I will spend the night comforting myself with copious amounts of burritos. We've been talking about burritos all night. I will go straight to the Taco Bell and eat many burritos in sorrow.
You know what? Forget mine. I'm going to do the same thing. I will eat burritos in celebration. That sounds better.
Yes.
All right. Hope to see you all next week. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.